Welcome on back to another season of Talking Busch, your weekly home for everything Busch League fantasy football and Minnesota sports, from roly-boly in Minnesota to curling on the range and everything in between. I'm your host, the Big Hoss, and I am joined by the most opinionated Minnesota sports fans I could find. From his Painesville, Minnesota studio, I got JT. JT, how you doing tonight?
What's up, hot stuff? What's going on?
Not a ton, can't wait. From Sioux Falls, South Dakota, running the behind the scenes on the video this season, we got the commish. Maddie, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty dang good. I'm very excited to be back. We got a new layout. We got some new production value, which I'm super excited about. So it's all good.
Wonderful. And running the button board across the river over in St. Paul, we got the doctor. The doctor's in, huh?
Hey, boys. How we doing?
Love it. Well, weekly, we're going to run through fantasy football topics as well as your Minnesota sports talkers. And if you ever have any questions, I think you can just email the booth at the address below, and we'll take those right away. We're back.
We're back. Do we have the is the chat thing open still, Matt? Like, can they type in live while we're?
I'm not at the website because it slows down the feed on the video, but I presume yes. I turned the chat on. I've not been on there. I haven't used it, but you should also be manning the Talking Busch podcast at gmail.com because we all know that. D-Vote from Duluth likes to hit that up once in a while.
All the time.
He's sneaky. He waits a couple days, doesn't let anybody know he does it, and then he catches us off guard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although one
story of his life.
We've got the new YouTube studio that I'm working with, and I there's no option to tweet it, which I'm a little bit disappointed in. So
I was having that issue last season, where we couldn't do that. I basically had to copy the link and put it on our Twitter page. So
okay. I'm gonna do that right now then.
That's kind of what we had to do.
Yeah.
It's garbage. Yeah.
All of our followers are already subscribed, so they're getting hit up anyway.
Yeah, they should be getting notifications.
Just in case they're like, hey, you want to see 4 rad frickin' dudes who know their shit? Like, here, check these guys out. We want them to be able to find us.
I love that.
All right.
All right, let's get caught up, everybody, on where we're at. We've been, a pretty good summer. We're all pretty happy that football's back. We're going to go with the biggest change that we've had so far. Maddie, you're coming to us from a Sioux Falls, South Dakota studio.
Indeed.
That is not Richfield, Minnesota. What's going on there?
Yeah, we made the. Well, I'm posting to the link. There we go. Okay, so yeah, we made the transition. It was with the second child, and having some family around was going to be pretty important. We decided, so gave the old 2-week notice at CHS. I'm working for Poet Animal Nutrition down here in Sioux Falls. We're in a lovely rental townhouse right now, suiting us pretty well.
Sweet, man.
Almost a month and a half, and we move into our new house we close on the 22nd.
Wow.
Almost a week now.
So you'll be drafting from the new house?
Mm-hmm. What's that?
Great cash, homie.
You'll be drafting from the new house?
I will be drafting from the new house.
You like pre-ordering internet so that's there before you move in?
So I got to figure that out. But Midco, the guys here let you hook it up yourself. So if you call it and order it, you can just go there, pick it up, and hook it up, and it's done.
Oh.
I'm not sure it's
Sweet.
going to matter.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh.
There's one thing I'm good at, it's drafting. Unfortunately,
no, you're not.
Oh, yes, I am.
Oh, really?
Oh,
what was your record last year?
Well, I don't remember.
How many of those original guys that you drafted were still on your team?
Well, come on now.
All right, that's enough on
What
you.
happened to Philip? Didn't you have Philip Rivers for a little while?
I did drop Philip Rivers. Yes, I did.
Okay.
But I drafted Philip Rivers as the.
Yeah, how much you pay for that?
He was worth it. He was a freaking third best quarterback in the league. Problem was I dropped him. Good at drafting, not good at in-season management. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
All right, let's move over.
Hansel. Thanks, Olaf.
Derek moved into some new digs as well. This one was, what is that block-wise that you moved?
block, Dave.
1 block?
1 block.
All right. Wow.
You moved 1 block away.
I did.
How's the
Are
new
you-
view?
What?
It's better
What?
than the old view. I'll tell you that. I don't look
Okay.
straight into a hotel anymore.
Like
That's kind of
this.
nice.
What do you look out at while Lisa's got you bent over?
I see.
See, it's true. It was true.
He hesitated a little bit. Didn't want to show his cards.
Begging.
I actually look towards the old apartment building.
Oh, perfect.
Sweet.
Memories. So many sweet memories.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
And you recently had to take one trophy off the mantle as well.
Well, that was sad, but at least my team still won.
Yep. Now
So what happened? Who won
These
the
guys-
tournament?
These guys played out of their fucking minds and played above their handicaps.
Yeah.
Oh.
Drew and Derek were sandbagging, and it ended up being a win for Team Jeff King.
Jeff King
Oh,
played out of his mind too.
He played
Yeah.
pretty well.
well, yeah.
That's real great. Derek, dentistry, hands still work?
Yeah, they're still working. The office is still open.
Uh,
Waiting for any of you to show up to be a new patient. So
What's the name of that place?
Como Park Dentistry.
And where's that located at?
It's 1132 Larpenter Avenue West, St.
And,
Paul, Minnesota.
And how can I get a hold of you there?
It's 651-489-0641.
Excellent.
Apparently
Making my
everybody-
appointment right now. Making my
Everybody
appointment.
that goes there writes a just glaring good review on Google. So I don't know. It's
Paid
too
from
tricky.
India, definitely.
Yep. But also my question for you, Derek. You've been to Canterbury, I'm guessing, a handful of times this summer. Where are you sitting at? You down about 2-3 units, or where you at?
Down just a little bit. The first night I won 40 maybe.
Okay.
And I'm not a huge bettor, so your $2, $4, and maybe a $6 bet here and there, they don't add up that fast. So when you win 40, you're kind of playing with house money the rest of the
Free-rolling.
year.
I am with my Trump Pence win a couple weeks ago. I went from being down 16 units to only being down 10 units. So
Great cash, homie.
sitting all right. Johnny Thompson, college grad, new job.
Yeah,
Freaking kid's already a year old.
I know.
You look down and weight. Your camera says they adds 10 pounds, but shit, you must be down 30 then.
I've just been moving and a grooving, man. Just living the dream.
Love
All right.
it.
We have a
get buttons
sounder for
do
that, John.
Yeah, but I
You don't need to
sound
say
better. I do it way better. I basically am Matthew McConaughey. Of course.
I love that. Any news over in that Painesville front?
Nothing real spectacular. It's Painesville, Minnesota. All we're in
Summertime,
the
though.
news for, it's summertime, and we just keep getting in the news for bad things. So I don't want to talk about that.
All right.
It's terrible things. It's a terrible town, terrible people, terrible stadium, terrible fans.
Wow.
That's terrible. They are, I guess, they're trying to copy our alma mater. We're getting a rec center now, a giant rec center where no one will go and walk the track or anything like that.
I
So
don't believe that. The Athletics,
Well,
man. They
yeah.
had such a good year last year, all the way around.
yeah, their senior class this year is pretty talented. So yeah, they should have another good year, and then we'll see what happens after that. So
Nice.
yeah.
Um,
Hey, no one's asked you how you're doing. I mean, what's up with you? I mean, are you just banging ladies left and right? Just
2019's kind of been my year.
yeah,
Yeah, numbers wise.
yeah.
But as you see, I got artwork on the walls behind me.
I see that.
Basically live in the Taj Mahal. Never had anybody over yet, but I got this nice spot. A lot of road games. But that's okay.
Yeah. They pay you to leave. Understandable. Been
Yep.
there, done that.
Yep. It's not even a pay. It's just like, I had courtesy. Hey, we're done here, huh? I'm gonna take a shit and then I'm gonna get out of here. Leave the door open.
Yeah. I'm just gonna take a piece of gum on the way out, and yeah,
See you out there.
it's been fun.
Yeah. Don't talk to me again.
Yeah, good luck down there. You're ghosted now.
Yep. Well, yeah, that's pretty much been my summer. Got to go up and talk some fantasy football at a nice, juniors division summit up in Canada with Drew. Derek didn't make the trek up as champion or whatever he is most of the time.
Didn't see the invite.
So
funny.
Didn't get to go. But sounds like Drew's pretty ramped up for fantasy football. He wants to get back into it this year. So.
Well, nowadays it took him 10 years to build a house. It's the longest house building project I've ever heard of.
It's not done yet. Come on.
Oh my
Not even
God,
close.
Drew.
It's getting better.
We just lost a viewer. It had to have been Drew.
You know, the only thing that
two.
kid is good at, surprisingly, is making children, adorable children. That's about it. That's about all he's good at.
Real good at that. But hey, how about we hop in here to the first talker of the year?
What do you want to talk about?
Why not start with some Vikings football?
Okay.
Preseason game number 1 was last Friday. John, you seem to know quite a bit about the purple and gold.
I am a follower of the purple and gold.
What do you know?
So I did watch most of the game last week. Thought the offense for just being pretty much, dives and just nothing flashy on offense. I think the offense looked decent. It's just like the year before when we first signed Cousins and they went down and scored in Denver and everybody thought, oh man, here we go. This is it. This is happening. Well, let's just pump the brakes because it's the first game of preseason. They did look good. Thielen made a hell of a catch because he's a hell of a player. I guess, and the defense, for the most part, I think played okay. Again, it's preseason, so I'm not going to really hold too much to that. But it just makes me excited for week 1 against the Falcons. Need to get off on the right start. Apparently, there is 2 things happening. Well, one already did happen. We got the kicker punter from Baltimore. Cut Kevin McDermott, who was the toughest rated player on our team in Madden. Now I don't know what we're going to do. Chad Beebe's been holding, which tells me Matt Weil probably won't be on the team much longer, because why would you give away, you trade a 5th round pick for this guy. He can punt and kick. I'm guessing Dan Bailey is going to be your field goal, extra point, 25 to 50 yard guy. If they need an end of the half, or not the end of the game, because I wouldn't want to put that guy in this position, but if it's like 60 yards, we need a field goal. Let's just put this guy out there and let him just boot one, see what happens. So he's kind of your driver, I guess. So excited to see what he can do. Hopefully we finally get this special teams thing wrapped up, because this is just ridiculous. And then I just read before we went on, Dave reminded me, we're going to do a prediction. We're going to come back week 17, see where it's at. Ocho Cinco hitting the Twitter wave, or the Twitterverse, saying Thielen and Diggs both 1,300 yard seasons. I would love that, but I think Chad Beebe is going to be really, really good in this offense. So we'll see what happens there. Plus you have Kyle Rudolph,
So
Irv Smith Jr.
Would you say that Chad Beebe is going to have those 3rd down, like intermediate catches, like what they wanted that shitty receiver to do last year?
Yeah, I think, and he's so quick. He's so twitchy. He's just got this shimmy to him, where I think when it's 3rd and 4, you don't want to run the ball. You need him to either do an option route, either in or out. I think he's just got that twitch. His dad was a phenomenal receiver. Was he an all-pro? No, but Don Beebe at one time was one of the fastest guys in the NFL. And he played on 4 or 5 Super Bowl teams, 1 with the Packers and 4 with the Bills. So there's some good lineage there. I think Chad will make a huge impact on this team, especially in the slot. It makes me wonder if the days of Randy Moss, Chris Carter, Keyshawn Johnson, Terrell Owens, those huge 6'4",
Jake Reed,
Calvin Johnson. I don't know if that is dead, but it's like the NFL receiver. Look at Antonio Brown, Diggs, Thielen. They're like 6 foot. nothing fancy, but they're just quick and they're fast. And
Julio
I think,
seems okay.
yeah, see, that's why I don't think it's dead. I just think it's some teams go away from it, some teams grasp it.
No, I
You
get
know,
it. My only
you-
question about BB is, can he catch?
That's an
I
important question.
thought he
Probably
could.
the most important question.
I
I
think he
didn't.
can.
I mean, last year he dropped some balls.
Okay.
I needed that's what she said, but
Yeah,
Well,
you do. But that if anything, a couple of things out of the first game you could take. I didn't see much of that Jordan Taylor, which I heard he's doing decent things, but Obadiah Johnson may be the Cinderella story coming out of camp because he made
easy.
BC. There we go. I couldn't think. Olabisi, not Obadiah.
Yep.
Olabisi. That might be the guy they end up leaning on if he can put it all together. He's still young, but we'll see what happens. So, but that fifth wide receiver you're talking about, Dave, they're shopping him. I saw something on Twitter from Adam Schefter's burner account saying that they're looking to trade Treadwell for a bag of footballs and a case of White Claw.
Love
And
it.
Rick Spielman's really excited to try White Claw for the first time. I'm a true to truly guy though, so sorry.
You
Him
Hashtag.
and Dave. A case of White Claw is way too much for Treadwell.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But I was more wondering about that kid from New London.
yeah, is our
And
guy
how
Zylstra
he's
dead in
gonna
the
fare
water
this
or
year,
what?
too.
I didn't want to bring it up because I don't know what's going to happen because we want to pull for him. We want to.
I'd say cut him now. I
Yeah.
think he could get picked up and be a good receiver for somebody.
I've
Fair
heard
enough.
I've heard through a grapevine, a friend of a friend who's went to Concordia with Brandon said he would prefer to get cut as soon as possible.
Yeah.
This is fine playing for the Vikings, but he would much rather play somewhere else if he's going to get playing time. So the sooner they rip the Band-Aid off, in his eyes, is better. So hopefully he gets a chance somewhere, and we just don't hang on to him just because he's one of us. That's not fair to him. I think he's a good player. Obviously, he was a good special teams player. He was the up back last year for punts. He was a punt returner. He's a good player. So either, if BB's going to take over the punt returning, and right now Treadwell's a gunner, so I don't know where Brandon's going to go because it sounds like he's 6th on the depth chart, which isn't ideal, and he's not going to go to the practice squad. He's too good for that. So,
Yep. Well, I mean, the guy led the Canadian Football League 2 years ago in receiving, and he only played for half the games.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
he's a good player.
Decent player. I think that he's a good maybe 5 for somebody, and can rotate in. He keeps getting hurt.
Yeah.
And they're nag injuries that he gets hurt with, and I don't know. There's
because didn't he started out the training camp on the PUP list, didn't he, or something?
Yep.
Or,
Yes.
Yeah.
he was it a hurt foot, I think.
Yeah.
That he got in the OTAs earlier. So.
Well, that's kind of where we're at with the Vikings. We play Seattle Sunday night. Offense will be out there a little bit longer. First team defense will be out there a little bit longer. So we might be able to. The thing is with the NFL now, they don't show. They're even more unlikely to show any of their good stuff in today's world because of technology. So now it's like you can't even grade them on anything because they're just running 32 dive. 33 dive.
I'd like to watch the offensive line a little bit.
Yeah.
Me too. I think that's going to be your major question. And that was your week 1 talker out of training camp was, does a sweaty butt cause a football to get too wet?
Yeah. Well, I don't think so because Sean O'Hara, Eli Manning had the same problem. Sean O'Hara had to change pants every game at halftime because his pants would get so wet. So I think as long as you do that, it shouldn't be an issue.
You think they could put like an extra little piece of rubber in there to
something,
or like a gutter to push it a different direction?
Maybe he just has like a tarp, like kind of like a slide in his
Yeah,
pants,
that's what
or
I mean.
just like goes down the other way.
It'll be
Yeah.
like tiling a field.
Yeah. Just tile his ass crack to a different area.
I'm sure Kirk is gonna have like 3 towels, 2 towels on himself and 1 towel on Bradbury, just to keep everything dry. So, and probably some monkey butt powder to powder his hands before. So
True.
I think
let's
let's switch gears. Let's
switch gears
stop
a
talking
little bit.
about
Let's cross the river. Let's get out of Egan. Let's get downtown. The heart attack team right now, heart attack kids, because they're causing them. The Minnesota Twins got the big loss today. Bullpen and Ayers kind of gave it up last night.
Opinion, that sucked.
Every game is the exact fucking same. It's just the outcome is either we hit a home run in the 8th or 9th inning to go ahead, and that's it. Like, our starters are, well, besides last week, our starters have been playing decent after the All-Star break. I'm going to throw it over to Train. He did some pretty in-depth research on this.
Yeah,
but fuck,
which means he didn't do any.
That's a good laugh.
the thing that we, a lot of people in the media talk about it a lot. They kind of try and pump the brakes on this stuff because the level of anxiety around this team is insane right now. Every game is close, late inning home runs and starters who come out and give up runs, things like that. And I think if you just take a step back and look at it, you lost 3 out of 4 to the best team in baseball right now. Now, we don't like to admit that because they're chasing us for the division, but nobody's playing better at baseball right now than the Indians. Granted, they haven't played a whole lot of good competition, but throughout the course of the season, I mean, if you come out of that with 2 wins, I think you feel great. I mean, you could have stole 1 extra win in there, and you maybe don't feel great, but you feel a lot better than having lost 3 out of 4. I just think getting hung up on 1 game is not a huge deal. But if you take a step back and look at it, I think this team, with the winning percentage that it's at right now, is about as good as this team is. And the problem with that is they're probably about even with the Indians on the whole, and they're not as good as the Yankees or the Astros.
Well, I think you're missing the one major talker here. That's 85 errors on the season, counting the 2 by Polanco today and 4 by him in the last 2 days. That's 3rd worst in the AL because Seattle and the White Sox just are terrible in the field, and they have 93, but we have 85 errors.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
The home runs are covering up for a lot of deficiencies on this team, is the honest truth of that.
But errors don't beat good teams.
No, I agree.
They don't have the pitching to sustain errors.
No,
that's a fact. And a lot of the errors are just, I mean, I don't know if lazy is the right word, but, tired or just disinterested. I don't know.
I don't know how they could be disinterested right now.
Yeah.
But
that's just crazy.
Is that kind of attributed to Rocco just having this kind of laid-back style?
Maybe.
Right. A Tom Kelly team or even a Ron Gardenhire team would not have these errors.
Well, okay, so one person that I try not to let it bother me, but it bothers me a little bit, and I love Rosario, but he is the most nonchalant fielder in left field that I have ever seen. He's like, I mean, he's just kind of skipping and flipping his glove up in the air, and don't get me wrong, I love Rosario, love him, but it is kind of that attitude that you see come through in the team once in a while. And, you come in against some tough pitching that shuts down some of these big swingers in the playoffs, and it can be pretty frustrating. You go into a series, and if you make it to a series, by the way, if you come into a series and got to win 3 games and got to win them now, you can't have that shit going on.
No. Fun stat for you, Dave.
Mm-hmm.
Since the All-Star break, the Minnesota Twins have the bullpen has the worst win probability added in baseball with a negative 3.38, which is twice as bad as the next worst AL bullpen. So think about that.
Yeah.
So and then they go on. This is Gleeman. Gleeman gave me this stat. So and then he goes on to say Rogers, Romo, Dyson, Harper, May, Lytle, and Stashak all have a negative WPA since the break. So they're all in negative. None of them has a win probability at all. None of them. Not one of them.
That's terrible.
But I feel, I mean, we have to be better off in the bullpen post trade deadline than we were before. I mean, we added 2 guys that historically are very solid relievers. I mean, it is bad right now, but I'd rather have it be bad right now than bad going into September or October. That's just the thing with baseball is this stuff ebbs and flows, and to be playing 500 baseball despite some of the major issues that we've had with the bullpen and the defense is, I don't know. I just think it could be a lot worse, and it'll all work itself out in the end. But
Hopefully.
but at the end of the day, you're still not as good as the teams you need to beat, and that's the problem. My other big issue that I have, and it just drives me freaking nuts, Byron Buxton, if he's going to be a player, has got to figure out how to stay healthy. He cannot go crashing into the fence every time someone hits a liner in center field. He cannot do it. He's too valuable. I know the defense is part of his value, a big part of his value, but he's got to figure out a way to do it without being a battering ram against that wall every damn time.
I agree. Actually, just heard a fun stat since you said that today. If last year, if trade deadline came and then the Mets would have said, "Hey, we'll trade you Noah Syndergaard for Byron Buxton," we all would have been like, "See ya! Yep. Thanks for playing. We appreciate everything you've done for us." Mm-hmm. But he is too valuable. His batting average is actually up in a decent range. Excuse me. He's a threat on the base paths. He just needs to get out there and just stay healthy.
Yeah. Wins against replacement. He's one of the most valuable players on the team. Mm-hmm. He absolutely is. And you've got him out. I mean, this is another thing right now is you got him out, and you've got Cruz out as well, which is, I mean,
and
that's a
Michael Pineda, man.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
But it sounds like we should be getting some of these guys back.
That's what I feel. I mean, do I wish we'd have played better the last couple of weeks? Yes. But what needs to happen is we need to get hot going into the postseason. Pitching especially needs to get hot going into the postseason. And if it doesn't, no matter what, we're not going to be able to compete in these short series with these teams that have more studs than we do.
Yep. Well, that's the thing. We just need to get, we need to beat the teams that we're supposed to beat, and it should all take care of itself.
Yeah.
So. Do you think they need to, with their bullpen, go more of an old school approach rather than matchups like Dyson 7, Romo 8, Rogers 9?
They tried that today.
Yeah, that was.
Did they?
Yeah, they did.
But that was.
I don't know. I don't.
That was a fielding there again.
Yeah.
Fucked it up.
It's still a 2-run shot though. If the air doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But that's a tie game then.
I know, but
you're feeling different than going down one in the 8th. So we'll see how they work out.
They got to figure it out.
Still quite a few games left.
I'm sure
we talk about them every week.
Yeah, and I mean the upcoming schedule has been almost too publicized for my taste because, it's not like it's gonna be easy, but that's all anybody's talking about.
Yeah.
Based on the way the season has been, since the All-Star break, since they've been playing 500 baseball, I'm buying this team at this level of play. But the problem is I still don't think they're good enough to really make a splash in the postseason.
True. Well, I mean, our defense and our pitching make it so that we have to score 6 runs a game.
Yep.
Which we have the ability to. We just, that's not sustainable.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the thing that I would be less uptight about what's happening if they weren't just crushing so many home runs, and basically they're going to waste a record-breaking season. That's what's pissing me off the most. Like, if they were just doing this by playing small ball and getting by with 2-1 wins, I probably wouldn't be as mad. But they are on a record-setting pace right now. Well, they've broke the record, but they're going to waste it. They're going to piss it down their leg because they can't figure out this bullpen deal. So that's the most frustrating.
Record. They're going to break the major league record by.
That's
50.
what I mean. Yeah,
maybe more.
Yeah, it's a waste. It's like 98. It's a wasted season. You break all these records, and you just are going to totally piss it down your leg. That's the part that pisses me off. So I'm done talking about them. I need a beer. I need a beer. I'll be right back.
All right. Well, let's hop into John's non-favorite topic. the college football level. One national note that I just want to make: game day going to fucking Disney World for week 0 game day. Terrible. It's just dumb.
That's terrible.
That's all I'm going to say about that. Around the state, though, Division III wise, we got SAU ranked 3rd in the country. They got 180 plus guys coming to the campus tomorrow to get this campaign underway. We got Mankato State, Division II, ready to whoop that ass. They're ranked number 4. They have another New London Spicer guy in Shane Zylstra, taller, bigger, faster, stronger than Brandon. Should be a draftable guy next year in the mid rounds. Going to be great to see him play and put up some big numbers this year. I guess, though, my main talker, Royce, today, bringing back that UST bullshit with Caruso's media day yesterday. I think if UST wants to go out and beat everybody by 100 points this year, go right for it.
They should.
They should. And they should announce what they're going to do here pretty soon. You know, everybody really has been saying the only thing that really loses here is that Johnny-Tommy football rivalry, because that's all that really mattered in the MIAC over the last 20 years anyway, really, because whoever won that game won the conference. And so keeping it short today, Royce still on the hot seat for all of his UST stuff, but we'll let it happen, and we'll see what they decide to do, because if there's any conference alignments or anything like that, that's probably going to come out sometime during the football game this year. Right now, I'm scouting Allianz Field for that Tommy Johnny football game, watching the Loons finish up here. That should be a great atmosphere come October. So looking forward to that. Sitting 10th row, 50-yard line, so going to be fun.
Oh, good. Thank you,
you.
Derek. Good Lord. I was ready to throw up my Mike's Hard Lemonade. I was getting so sick.
I mean, if you really want to, Jesus, if you really want to get into Gopher football, we could talk about Annexstad's foot being an issue, but I think Tanner Morgan's got it, and it sounds like a couple of freshmen are stepping up the last few days. So
we got some time coming up, and we got
I'm pumped for
big
Tanner
Thursday
Morgan.
nighter in 2 weeks.
Yep, big
I am
Thursday night in
pumped
2
for
weeks.
Tanner Morgan.
Next week, I'll have my Big Ten West picks, as well as we can discuss some of our favorite positions and players coming out this year for some big stuff. Go for football, but that will come on next week's podcast. Potentially leak into the following week, the day before the big opener. But let's shift her over to Derek. He's got a couple of NFL preseason talkers that are kind of fun to talk about right now, and kick it off.
Yeah, I just got 3 things. I'll lead with my favorite. Did y'all see the Baker Mayfield video?
Yes.
It is
Yes.
It is the quarterback chug video to end all quarterback chug videos.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a man.
Okay, can you, as a dentist, do you recommend popping that can with your tooth?
I mean,
And
it can't
also,
be good.
What number tooth is he popping that with? Just, maybe
To get
so I
that
can
power.
try it.
Gotta be the
those,
canine. Gotta be the canine.
Those, I
You're
would
not
think
the
it's got to be
doctor here.
central
Sorry.
incisors.
Sorry.
Jesus.
Oh, hi, Matt. Did you go to
Sorry.
medical school?
my
I
bad.
stayed at a Holiday Inn
when
Express last
you
night.
got hired by just because it's animal nutrition, now you know how to do dentistry? Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, look at me.
My
I don't
name's
know.
Matt
I don't know,
Train.
man.
My bad.
He
My
ripped
bad.
the shit out of that can.
Okay, back to the doctor. Doctor's orders. What tooth was it? We don't know.
My guess is it had to be centrals.
Okay.
It looked like he took it straight on.
Yeah. He looked like a vampire biting into a flesh and absolutely just crushed that can. Just
Yes.
If you haven't watched it, go watch it.
Yeah.
You will no longer love Kirk Cousins. You will want Baker Mayfield as your quarterback.
absolutely.
Well, I already do.
When they change jerseys next year, I'm getting one. Absolutely. I don't want their piece of shit jerseys this year. I want the new ones next year. I'm Team Baker, man. He's my guy.
Too.
Dude,
I actually think he's going to play pretty well this year, too.
Yeah, with all the hype around Cleveland, if he doesn't play well, he's gonna take some heat.
He will.
Oh, big time. Plus his swag, man.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
got so much swag.
Yeah.
I think he's a guy that can take it though.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, you know you got swag when you just totally ghost your old head coach. 2 games, 2 division games. Like that takes so much balls. That's so good.
I love it. Fun fact about Baker before you move on, Derek. His preseason practice drink is a nitro coffee, and his post drink is a kombucha in the RV. So and he's getting that belly right.
I miss Brogy. Does anybody else miss Brogy?
Everybody misses Brogy.
Everybody misses Brogy. Matt, we're talking about Hard Knocks from last year. Okay.
Clearly,
yeah.
we know your bitch. Yes.
We know that you're disconnected from sports and TV, so we'll fill you in as we go.
Thank you.
Next thing, have you guys seen the latest out of Green Bay?
No.
Oh.
What's happening?
Did Danica break up with Aaron?
No, but apparently Aaron does not like his head coach.
Oh, wow.
Shocker.
Yep.
Yep.
Tell me something new that I didn't know.
Going to the media, complaining about practices.
Jesus.
Good old Aaron.
What a little bitch.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like Train complaining about PJ.
Anti-fleck fuck. AFF. That should be your team name this year, Matt.
Maybe.
Maybe. I like it.
Think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't hurt. The last team name hasn't been worth a shit.
No, it has not worked out.
Feel bad.
Maybe you need to go back to Night Train.
Yeah, but then it was better than
Train
last
rain.
year. Then I go back to losing
First playoff game every.
At least you made the playoffs.
That's true.
Playoffs. Can I get that sounder, please?
Yeah.
Playoffs?
Playoffs.
God, it's so good every time.
All right, what else you got?
Last one, biggest story. Everybody knows it. Antonio Brown. My question really is he a drama queen or is he an absolute just head case? Or lastly, potentially, is he a genius?
I mean, I think there's a little bit about this playing this helmet thing out for the entire preseason so he doesn't have to play. But, I mean, you look at, I'm watching Hard Knocks this year, so I'm seeing it. Weird dude coming into camp on a fucking hot air balloon. Leaving camp.
It's a bold
entirely.
strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Well, what if that shit would have just blown away?
Or blown, or like the balloon had a hole, fire hole,
Very bold. But drama queen 100% on a lot of the other things. He, I don't know. It's so weird when everybody's bringing their kids to practice nowadays. Thielen does it all the time. Like, it just seems weird. Let's get to football. And, like, that just makes me think, like, okay, let's do an 18-game season and shorten up the preseason by 2 games so that we just get to watch football.
Yeah.
Like, we're just going to dick around and it's not even going to be fun or hard enough.
I can't remember if Daily Snark, who does awesome memes for the NFL, like they're genius on Facebook. If you don't follow them, follow them. I think it's Daily Snark. I can't remember if it was them or Barstool, but they've kind of like narrowed this down to Antonio Brown kind of losing his mind after he took a helmet-to-helmet from Vontaze Burfict. I don't remember what season it was, but because you never really heard him be this outgoing. And then, like, it's like he got that it's like a head injury, and it kind of knocked a screw loose a little bit, and now he's acting all crazy and doing all these kind of crazy things. So, I don't know. Maybe.
So, mentally ill, drama queen?
Maybe.
Or genius?
I would like to hear the argument for genius.
Some of our greatest inventors were they were mentally insane, Matt. I can't think of one off the top of my head, but you were there.
Argument for genius.
Yeah, go ahead, Derek.
He's playing the helmet thing in just to miss the entire training camp. Skip some preseason games. Doesn't want to be there.
Do players really?
It's not a holdout.
Do players have to do that though? Does he have to go to that length to to skip out of that stuff. I mean, a player as good as him, I'm sure they don't want to get him injured, right?
You think that John Gruden wouldn't want to make a guy go to practice? The guy's fucking nuts.
No.
Melvin Gordon's getting fined every day.
He doesn't believe in dreams, Matt. He believes in nightmares.
Fucking nightmares.
Fucking nightmares. See, Matt, you need to start watching TV again.
Yeah.
Come out, you left Richfield. You're in this wonderful world of Sioux Falls. Come out, be the butterfly. Come out of your cocoon. Rejoin the world.
Yeah. By sitting on my couch and watching TV.
Well, Hard Knocks for an hour a night or every Thursday.
All right.
Didn't say you had to I didn't say you had to get some meth and just sit down and hole yourself in your house. I said nothing of the sort.
Well, that's okay. I'll think about it.
Hey, Derek,
You have
did
to
you
keep
take
me updated though.
We will. Did you take the over in this Connecticut Sun Phoenix Mercury game tonight?
To be totally honest, I can't even remember. I'm such a degenerate.
Mm-hmm.
Just bet because life's better with money on the line.
Well, betting the over in the WNBA is one of my favorites. Cheer for points. For both teams.
For both teams. So
the
you
line's
do
at
the
160.
Cumulative.
160.5 tonight. We're in the first quarter, and it's 18-10. We got a long way to go, boys. But exciting.
Dave,
Yeah.
I noticed your Letterkenny reference there. Are you a fan?
I've seen every episode 3 times. It's fun.
Yeah.
All right, pitter patter. Let's move on to the Busch League here, huh?
Let's do it.
Let's get at her.
All right. Well,
42 minutes in on the time check.
I don't care about that.
All right.
First time back. Haven't seen you boys in forever.
That's
know.
right.
Next week on our opener, we'll have to do the "How are you now? Not so bad, and you." You guys would, if you watch Letterkenny, you'd get it, but you guys live in holes, and Derek's too busy.
You think Derek's paying for Hulu?
Hello, he's too busy breaking in the apartment. He's got to get
He's got at least 3 more
DNA
countertops
all over that place.
Mm-hmm. Can't go on his patio yet, so
That's true.
You can't?
I talked to the developer on that one, by the way. We're working on it.
I don't have a railing yet.
Seriously? What the hell?
All right, Matt. Let's talk these league votes. What are you trying to change in our division or in our fantasy football league that was just perfectly fine and has been for the last 16 years? Now you gotta fucking just change literally everything.
I'm gonna take that as a compliment because
No, it's not
before
good.
I started letting you guys vote on stuff, I just made the rules. And
I was
apparently
just
that
gonna
was fine.
No, I was gonna give you credit because you were a dictating dickhead, and I hated you for 16 weeks out of the year. But now you've broadened your horizons. You're actually opening it back. Because let's bring up the trade dollars debacle of 2008.
Yeah.
Where Matt basically said, "Fuck you guys, no more voting. I'm making all this shit happen." So
Yes.
good.
Yes. Good times. But
right,
hey, it's about continuous improvement of the league is what it's about. I didn't vote for every change.
Nothing was broke.
No, we're always working for continuous improvement in this league. We are not going to let it get stale. So I didn't vote for every change. I said,
I'd let it get stiff.
Here's some things. Here's some things that other leagues do.
Yeah. We get it. All right. So let's start with transactions.
Tummy sticks.
$1 per ad. The incumbent. What I'm seeing here is
I just
that
see Dave getting
it's
mad
like
as he talking about this.
Team Mankato. Over here, we had a fucking Mankato reunion,
Cheap
5-year
asses.
reunion, and he decided, well, I don't want Jeff to pay all this money. Well, Jeff doesn't have to do a fucking 1,000 trades a year.
Jeff doesn't have to pick up a guy, drop him, pick up a different guy, and then pick up that other guy he just dropped 5 times in a row before the week.
And
between
Jeff,
2:30 and 4 a.m.
yeah, and Jeff also doesn't have to use anal beads during intercourse, but he does anyway. It's his prerogative. He can do what he wants.
Yep.
Yes, he can. I mean,
I think the real argument here is, should there be a transaction fee or should there not be a transaction fee?
See, and now
The
that's
dollar to 50 cent thing, it makes no sense. I think it's silly.
Agreed.
Stupid.
that's a
Then it might
that's
as
a
well
fair
be fucking 10 cents
that's a
if it's going
fair
to be 50 cents.
that's a fair argument. To my point, I like the fact that Jeff is active, right? That's
do too.
my whole idea behind it. And you guys saying, well, he doesn't have to do that, but I want him to do that. I don't
Well, I
want to
know,
give
but-
him any barriers to doing that. The only reason so first of all, the transaction money goes towards things that we pay for this podcast. It goes towards other league events and stuff. It doesn't get paid out. None of the transaction.
Why doesn't
money
it
gets
get paid out?
It just because that's what we've used. Well, no, I take that back. Maybe
We
the
paid it out
division.
last year.
Yeah, the division takes some of it, but it also is used to contribute towards the podcast and other things for the league.
Well, whatever happened to that 24/7 subscription that everybody seemed to be down with?
It's
and then
true.
Just
And the
nobody,
Athletic.
I want bank statements right now. I want bank statements.
You have to talk to the
Get-
you're
get
gonna
the
talk to the
treasurer.
director
I
of
want-
finance about that.
I want
Great
bank
hands,
statements. I want to know where this money's going. I demand bank statements at the draft. I want copies. Everybody, hear me now. Hear me roar. I want bank statements.
boom. That's what we want too. I think you pay it out. Grab a percentage, pay it out. That's fine. Make the winner get more money.
God, wouldn't
That's
that be
fine.
a novel concept?
God, I
Or-
love
or Dave,
money.
Question: do you want
Oh,
to pay
you-
seventh place instead?
I love money.
God,
No,
you-
I don't.
You guys
I want
are
to
a
pay
bunch
fucking
of
first place.
you guys are a bunch of piss moaning fucking babies. Come on.
Well, I think this is an easy way to pay out the money that you won't pay out for anything. And when we try to use it for something, you say, well, 2 people can't make it to this event, so we aren't going to use any of the money. I mean, then we should just figure out a way to do it or just don't collect it anymore.
Fair.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that.
Well, that's not what the vote was. It was to make it 50 cents less and then say that 50
But-
cents is going to be the real deal breaker
Hey,
when
Dave.
I'm fucking 4-13 on the year and I'm not making fucking active trades because my shit-ass team can't get any better with the shit-ass people on the waiver wire that late in the season.
Dave, wouldn't it have been fun to when I think of all these different votes and things we want to do, and I bring them up to the group? Wouldn't it have been fun to go into the group and say, "Hey guys, I have an idea. Why don't we do it this way instead? Instead of waiting until after everybody voted, and then waiting until we start the podcast, and then waiting until you've got a direct line into my ear, and then bitching and moaning like a little girl."
It's
I
called
actually thought
ratings,
of this
Matt.
yesterday
It's called
when
ratings.
we were on the fucking phone talking about it. I thought about it and I said, oh, that probably would have made more sense. But it's always been an issue to us that what we pay out and what we use this money for.
It has
And
been.
so we'll just have to work it in, and you'll have to decide how you want to pay it out. And then it's 6-6 right now. No
Yeah.
one's going to change. I would vote that we keep it the way it is this year, and next year the vote is, do we have a transaction fee or we don't have a transaction fee, and that's it. I
And
mean,
then-
That's
we're
fair.
getting probably close to Vegas type money in the account now.
Yeah.
Because last year we started the year with like $300 and some dollars,
Yep.
Should we go
and
put it
now
all
we're
on
just
red?
collecting
Are
all more.
you fucking kidding me? We could have used that in Nebraska, you fucking dick clowns.
Yeah.
Or fucking Illinois.
talked
Or
about that.
fucking Ohio. Oh my god. I want to.
Okay. Done with that. We
We're
got
gonna have a lot
more
of money to
shit
spend
talk
in
about.
Iowa City, boys.
You're gonna get a Mike's Heart up your fucking butthole if we don't use that money for Iowa this year.
So, Train, we got the Superflex
Yep.
clearly voted down.
Yep.
I actually think this is a decent idea in the future. I think I just got a little jumpy right out the bat.
A lot of leagues are going to it.
Yep.
Matter of preference.
Charch is a big fan of the Superflex,
Is it?
and you can read all about it on the website. It's pretty crazy.
Is the argument for it that it makes quarterbacks more valuable?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I think that is an underlying problem in fantasy football. I agree with that problem. If Superflex fixes it, then yeah, maybe it's something that we continue to take a look at every year. Obviously, it doesn't happen this year, but
I
maybe
don't
in
know.
the
The
future.
most valuable quarterback last year seemed to win a lot of fantasy leagues.
Yeah, he did, but that was the exception.
Yep. But we'll see how it works out. All right. So now let's move on to the QB lock. This is the only other vote really that matters right now. 6-5 right now. The only person not to vote is Max Aponte, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
This could be cool. I just think there was a lot of unknowns as to other things that would happen with those 2 additional bench spots. Will we get more draft dollars? How do you manage this shit on your end? That somebody, that might be doing 16 transactions between 2 and 3:30 in the morning is adding and dropping people and then says, oh, shit, Train, I didn't mean to accidentally drop this quarterback in my just spedell of running the Rolodex of my bench spots. How do I get him back? I didn't mean to do that. I promise I didn't mean to do that. It's tough.
Yep, I agree. I mean, there's no real platform that supports this idea. It's not. I mean, I think it's an original idea. I've not seen this done anywhere else. I agree with you. I don't know how it would be trial by fire. That's how it would work. For me, I'm watching the transactions, and if I see an add QB, then then I drop them. I mean, then they get fined or whatever. You just can't add QB. You cannot do that.
Yeah. So maybe if you bring this back around as a defined product for a future year, could be cool, could be innovative. I thought the concept of it seems interesting. I thought.
Yeah.
There was a lot of unknowns, so I had to vote against it this year.
Yep. Fair enough.
That's the same boat I fell in. Liked the idea, was not confident that Jeff wouldn't add all the backup QBs and then drop them later.
Well, so that was another thing that I brought up to John. Like, if the only way that you could, trade to get other people, if you were losing, like if you just want to be a dick, trade every after a bye week, trade to get somebody's quarterback and then drop them right away and they're out for the year.
Yeah, I thought about that also. Or if you're, I mean, you don't even have to trade. If you just stacked we got into a situation where you're stacked with quarterbacks, you could be incentivized to just drop them from the league, which I don't really want. I want to incentivize trading. I don't want people to purposely eliminate people from the league, which I thought about that as well. So it's a valid point.
And then PPR. What a great debate, huh?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The ongoing debate. I think every year we have this debate since about the last 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
I love that the dumpster fire is taking an active stance.
Just so active.
Don't really care which stance, just he's back.
Yeah. To me, I think the biggest benefit of 1 point PPR is that it aligns with most cheat sheets and stuff out there.
Just because you don't have time to prepare for the draft doesn't mean the rest of us.
Hey, asshole! Why don't you look what I voted for?
He was on your side, dickhead.
Yeah.
Weirdo. However, Matt, your argument there is exactly why I voted my way. It's so I can use the cheat sheets to more of my advantage.
Makes it more playable for the entire group.
Yep. But we'll see how that one shakes out. 5-5 right now. Who just left to vote on that one?
Max and I think
Lane.
No,
Lane
Tim.
Lane
Tim's
did all the
on.
voting.
I woke him up. He got to us before Sunday.
No, Max has voted.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Max did vote.
Jeff
voted too.
Jeff?
Nope,
Jeff
voted.
Grieve. No, I said Jeff did. Grieve voted.
Is it somebody on this? Nope, Derek voted. John voted.
I did.
Where's
Dave
Trevor?
Voted.
And
No
where's
Trevor.
Adam?
No
Trevor and Adam.
Yeah.
Come on, you two. Get with it. Trevor.
Someday.
Trevor, buddy. You're my favorite. You too, Adam. You guys know you want 1 point. You know it. You know it.
I'm texting them as we speak.
Terrible. All right, so we'll see how that shakes out. I'm sure we'll have a pretty good recap of how everything shakes by next podcast or video. So we'll see.
Very close votes. Surprised at how close a lot of these are, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I mean, guys making decisions without having influence like we had in your basement the previous year.
For sure.
Yeah, and I wasn't there to, plead my case, so you just ganged up Matt, just basically.
You did.
I can't even enforce a tiebreaker by head-to-head. It doesn't exist on the website. I can't do it. I'm sorry.
See, why didn't you just say that?
I
You've been
have
leading
said
me
that.
on for
I
5
know,
years.
I have
5
told you
years you've
that.
been leading me on. You've just been like, no, John, I'm not doing it. I'm not changing it.
Okay. So, any other rule changes that we need to know about? I believe it's the no consolation ladder this year.
No consolation ladder. Also, probably for next podcast, we can discuss more in depth realignment.
All right.
Realignment.
Is that happening?
Realignment is posted to the website if you go take a look at the divisions. We'll leave it at that.
Wonderful.
You
Great
can-
teaser.
We can.
Great teaser.
I look forward to getting my ass chewed by Dave next week.
Why? Who am I put with? Some good guys?
No, I don't think so. If you did bad last year, then you're in an easy division.
This is horse shit.
Wasn't it? Why would I be mad?
So that means Max, Derek, and Adam are all in the division?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Derek's
Maxie
gonna be
is
upset.
tough. Max, here's the thing with Max. I've been in his division for what, Matt? Probably since we started this.
Be 6 years.
Max he'll start off 2-4. He'll be 8-4 by the end of the year. No questions asked.
Well, yeah. Well,
Swear
he
to
just
God.
doesn't pay attention those first 3 weeks. It's just fantasy strategy.
He's finishing up golf season, and then he just slowly works into gopher/football season. And yeah, Max is that's why I call him. He's the silent assassin.
Mm-hmm.
He just
I like
comes
it.
out of nowhere. Yeah, good luck with that.
All
I'm
right.
gonna miss my rivalries though.
We can come back
well.
around to it sometime.
Well, you get to set those up, right? I still get my rivalry game with Drew.
Yeah, you'll play. Yeah,
You play everybody.
you'll play everybody except for one team. One
Yeah,
team
you don't play everybody.
So, yeah.
Derek,
I
that's always been the issue.
I like it.
Um,
What
and
else?
then what do we got for a draft reminder? Sunday the 25th,
Sunday the 25th, 7 p.m. I'll get the
7 p.m.
7 p.m.
Everybody
I'll
got
get that
that?
updated
7.
on the website or on the.
So all of you
ESPN
guys
thing.
that texted me this week asking what time the draft was, 7 p.m.
I don't see the website as updated, by the way.
No, it's not. I got to go in and do it.
This was a future thing, Derek. You bum. You wrecked it.
Hey, what time were you ready to go for this podcast? By the way.
Me?
No, Derek.
It took a little bit.
Just, the earlier the better. Let's be
I
on
was
Saturday.
I was ready. It just was a matter of getting everything plugged in and working.
I think that's not ready. I think that's what you call that.
All right, guys. Let's moving on. I'm going to start this new thing called Rapid Fire. I've been collecting a bunch of weird shit from the internet for the last few months, taking notes in my book here. First, I'm going to start with Le'Veon Bell. He tweeted in June asking which condiment is best for pizza rolls. And he said hot sauce, ketchup, ranch, or other. I'm going to let you answer, and then I got a little bit of a talk.
Ranch.
Wrong.
Other Lowry's.
I mean, that's not a condiment. but
Ranch.
Wrong.
Ranch?
It's ranch.
Ranch. It's ranch.
It's
Everybody
ranch.
knows it's ranch.
No, nothing. Who puts anything on a fucking pizza roll?
Well,
Everybody.
No,
No.
I'm with Dave. I'd rather have it with not ranch, but for
Wait.
those ones, ranch is better.
It cools them off a little bit.
The
You
real
know.
question is who the fuck puts ketchup on them?
Yeah, no shit.
That's so gross.
That is disgusting.
They put
Double
ketchup on pizza too?
double tomato.
Oh God. Oh, I'm throwing up in my mouth right now. Oh.
Okay, second one on the rapid fire. The brand new Wisconsin tourism secretary claimed that Wisconsin has more lakes than Minnesota. Is that a bold take, or are they just a sore loser because they lost the axe and they haven't beat the Vikings since 2015?
Here's what I say to Wisconsin.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
they got a whole bunch of puddles.
Yeah.
Congratulations
Suck
on
it.
your puddles.
Yep.
You want to come to a lake, come to Minnesota.
In your face, Milwaukee.
All right. Then last one. We got Seltzer Mania going on, boys. We got Fulton, 3rd Street, Natty Light. And obviously we got the Claws Up, Truly, who every other one. You guys buying into this phase, or you guys just gonna sit back and enjoy your IPAs and hazy bullshit?
I did my first full day of seltzer drinking at the golf tournament, and I am on board.
Fuck yeah, you are.
Absolutely on board.
Derek, I have a great answer for this. I'm going to let everybody go. Yep. First off, I am hashtag true to truly. Secondly, once...
Are you gonna try the Natty one though?
Yeah, probably.
Because that lemonade thing that they put together was amazing.
It was
Actually,
good.
yeah, I liked that actually.
Natter
Yeah,
Days.
the Natter
Yeah, it
Days.
was good.
Natter Days was good.
Once the TTB figures out that is a is more of a spirit than it is a beer, and they start taxing the White Claw as a spirit, that's going to be a whole different game changer.
Jeez,
So,
hey, way to out them, buddy.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
So, like, what about like the Mike's Hard Lemonade? That's not significantly more expensive.
No, because it's a malt. Because it's malt.
Yeah.
This isn't malt. So I can't give away company secrets, but I can tell you off air how everything's made, and then you'll see.
Did you have to sign an NDA?
Good for you.
No, I didn't sign anything.
Well, fuck. Just tell us then.
No, I'm a better man than that. I'm not dirty.
All right. I'm 100%
Not that
on
all
board.
20. Oh, shut up, Derek. Not that all 27 subscribers, would spread the word, but
This could blow up. Okay. Huge in. Just found that I can get some 3-2 White Claws at the grocery store with better flavors. And I'm going to be having White Claws all day, every Saturday. Because why the hell wouldn't you? I've been looking for a custom skinny White Claw skinny can koozie with a Gopher M on it. And I also am hoping that they sell it at the games. Because I'm excited.
So if you want to customize one of those, I just saw one. One of our merchandisers had a koozie that will vacuum pack to a 12-ounce slim can, and then.
Well, I have them. Target.
You do have it. Okay.
Yeah, I have American flag ones from all summer long.
But Dave, you're all about innovation. Just think if you're at a tailgate with a maroon vacuum pack koozie and you're just cocking off and you just hold it and it sucks to your White Claw with a giant M on it.
It sounds like it's a fucking pool floaty for your arm, like the little rings that the little kids put on their arm.
It's actually like Marty McFly shoes in Back to the Future 2.
Really?
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
sweet.
What do you got for cost on those? Could you
let me talk
drop
to some
one
people.
off the back of a truck?
Yeah,
That'd be great.
I might have a customer that probably doesn't want it, that I could probably figure something out.
Boom, love it. I'd run it.
Yep.
That brings it, guys. We did a
it.
podcast again. We made it all the way to the end.
It's good to be back.
Yeah, it felt good. Felt real good.
I like this new format.
Yeah.
It's looking good. I think it sounded good.
I hope it's good. I hope people enjoy it.
They
Because
will.
otherwise, yeah,
Confidence is key, boys.
that's true. We fucking rocked it.
Yes, we did. Okay, well,
Well, I think I got nothing.
you got anything else, boys, to share?
Sure
I'm
don't.
tired. I'm going to bed. I'm going to slam this delicious Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Is that brought to you by the Burnix Company? We're finishing them. That is all right. Well, boys.
Farewell.
signing
Good
off.
night.
Same time next week.
Bye.
Same
Bye.
bad channel, boys. Bye.
I hate the fucking Eagles, man.
You play to win the game.